move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
How we doing, everybody? Good morning. Good morning.
It's gonna go.
Whew, excuse me. Oh, wrong bow. Starting the New Year's off strong. Oh, my nose. And we're right in the middle of all these big levels. Pretty big drop off this morning. Around like 6 a.m. Eastern. Was there some kind of news this morning? No. There is news at 9:45 and 10. Hopefully everybody had a good new year. Number 1 seed, baby. Let's go. Dude, I was pumped, man. Pumped. Ken, welcome to the channel, my man. Ugh. Dude, I was so nervous. That was the first game, the first Ravens game in a very long time. I'm not even going to lie. Probably since the Super Bowl when I went with the 49ers that I was actually nervous. I wasn't even nervous about the Niners game because I didn't care about it because of the reasons we discussed. But boy, oh boy. Oh, there's the bell. I don't have my Thinkorswim open, so I don't have an actual bell, but... Man, I was just pumped and so nervous. And just to put the ass whooping that we did on them, oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. I don't think we're going to recover this entire move back up to 17,000 on the NQ, but I've seen crazier things. So here's the move I'm talking about from this morning. Hey, good morning. Happy New Year. Feel like everyone's getting a lazy start this morning. How are you? I have so much stuff to do today, it's ridiculous. But first we trade. Thank you, thank you. Nice little drop there. What does my 15 look like? Okay, that's actually good. I like that. Jag, good morning, man. Happy New Year. Feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I know it's partially my fault, but I've been Been pretty busy. Been keeping busy. I was gonna say, if this kind of fakes out, I'm gonna put an order here. If it's not faking out. So we will not put an order there. Ooh, faked out. We got faked out. Maybe. Maybe. Ugh. Come on. Oh, you want to. There we go. Got the nice push up there. Take that. It felt like it was going to fake us out there for a second. Obviously, I don't want to be going long when the market's like this, but just taking the setups as they come. What's up, Tom? For anyone that is wondering why Tom is saying that, he has a newly acquired spy put. Everybody boo Tom, boo. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like that one at all. Looking left. If you look left, look at the line right here. Got all this resistance, all that support. I don't want to put an order right there. Either be above it or below it. I want to be right at it. Tell you what though, we're almost through these last couple lines off the hourly. This was that big drop back on December 20th, this last line. And under that, I mean, there's really not much all the way down until like 16,100. It could get pretty interesting. Biden's like, all right, we were at all-time highs going into the new year. I don't really care what we do now. Jason S., good morning. Happy New Year. Happy new trading year as well. Oh, actually, 5-minute chart I had to readjust because we were off the chart there for a second. I'd like to see this try lower first before going higher. Lower first, lower first, lower first. Now, if it can fail to go lower, that would be ideal because that's what we'd be looking for. So now if this fails to go lower and comes back up, the odds are we'll get filled. Now whether we actually get a successful trade or not is what we'll find out. We got our trade idea in here. But if we break this lower and start to go lower, the trade's invalid. I was about to come put my order in to go higher, but I don't think I want. My take profit would be above. Yeah, well, I'd be right at it, but we're going lower anyway, so it doesn't matter. Pretty big push down here. This candle's too big. I'm not looking to put my stop loss that far away. We're just gonna keep waiting. Just out of curiosity here. Let's look right at that line. A lot of selling going on right now. Isn't it supposed to be the other way? Get a bunch of selling right before the new year for tax purposes, and then get a lot of buybacks at the beginning of the year. I'm kind of liking this. Fake out here would be nice. I think we come back up and retest if we do. If not, canceling again. And there are no buyers in sight. Ooh. Look at this. We're going right. This is the last line I got drawn on the 1 hour. After that, I don't got much. I don't wonder where it's at right now. 420. Oops. Let's see. SPY currently at 471. Still way up there. We got a long ways to go. All right, another trade idea in. Again, if we go lower, obviously it's canceled. Looks like we found a possible base. It's the first green candle in a while. That's not good though, because I feel like it could easily be a fake out. Wow, what a horrible fill. Oh, did you see that horrible ass fill? It like shot up. That's where my take profit was supposed to be. Hopefully we get lucky here. Come on, push, push. Crap. I should have just took it off, man. That was a horrible fill. Ah, that sucks so much. That's so bad on so many like for so many reasons, because then it makes our stop loss more than we wanted it to be. It's like it does everything in a negative way when you get such a bad fill like that. It like jumped up against us. Hopefully we can get lucky here, but it's struggling. Sure doesn't feel like it wants to go back up. Ugh. We would, if it would have filled us where our limit order was, we would have got insta-filled take profit, but we ended up getting filled where our take profit was. We only had like a split second to get out there. Break even-ish. Wait, what? I mean, okay, it gave us a better fill than we would have gotten on the huh? You guys saw that, right? My order was down below the lows and it filled me up. That's a very frustrating trade. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one. That's pretty frustrating. So I guess we ended up losing about what we would have lost had we got the original fill, but it shouldn't have filled us there for our stop loss. I'm a little confused. But I kind of like we get back up above here though. Now our stop loss is getting even further away though. But it does look like we're trying to find a base though. That's so frustrating. I'm gonna go back and see where our order was. I mean, I know my order. If you look at the top of this candle, you can tell my order. I didn't have my order that far away from this candle. It was like right here. Just shot up and gave us a really bad fill. Obviously, if it goes lower, negates the trade idea. Down to that last line I got drawn here on the hourly. Right through it like it was nothing. That was the low of that huge move down December 20th, so yikes. Might actually be in for a decent red day today. Let's see my order history real quick. Where am I? Be easier just to go back, I think, on the live stream and look. Yeah. So my order was at, so my take profit order was at 782. This went to 783, so we would have got filled. We ended up getting filled at 781.5. That's where our take profit order was 2 ticks above where we ended up getting filled. So it gave us a 13 tick slippage. That's horrible. See, and that's what it's supposed to do, where we get the steady fill and not jump up 2 points. And we should have 3 winners right now, in my eyes. I mean, we had the right play, it just bad fill got us. Yeah, the NQ's not looking great today, that's for sure. It did. Yeah, I went back and looked. My take profit was at 82, and it went to 83. So had we gotten filled where we were supposed to, the play would have worked. Because that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking to guess the direction that we're going. I'm just looking for that quick little pop through key areas. But I guess that pop was so, I don't know. It's just a horrible fill. But it's such a big difference because not only do I have to go higher to get my take profit, but it also makes my stop loss further away. So I end up losing more because of it as well, which then I'm confused. We ended up getting filled at 16,770. That's the other thing I meant to check real quick. After it did fill us, oh no, it did put my stop there. I just didn't even notice it. I forgot. I guess I just didn't move it. I was looking at the wrong line. I see. Oh. So we ended up losing about the same because of a mistake on my end. There was another line there, which was the low a day at the current time. Yeah. That's what for some reason I was looking at that as my stop loss. Still frustrating because it should have been a win, not a loss. So it's a stop limit. So when it triggers, it's essentially using it as a market order. Because you're essentially saying when it gets above this area, I want to get filled here. So that's essentially what it's doing, is it's filling you there, but it turns into a market order once it hits that limit. I don't honestly know if there is a way to make it a limit order so that you only get filled at that price. I don't know if that's a possibility to use a stop limit that also like it has to be that, like, you would think a limit, like when you say limit, like it's at that price, because when you're doing it the other way, like if you do a buy limit, it's only going to fill you down at that price. But if you do I don't know, it doesn't make any sense why it would turn into a market order, but it does. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, it just looks like we're making higher lows. It does look like we're trying to base, though. I'm never putting my order here just because you're essentially running right into previous areas of concern. Well, yeah, but it's labeled as a stop limit. Like that's just how they market. If we come back up and break this again, I feel confident that we'll try higher. It's that second time that it usually happens. But if we go lower, invalidates. I don't like how close we're getting back to the median line here, but never mind. I was thinking about putting an order in here to get the top, see if I wanted to try it at least here again, but we went lower, so it doesn't matter. Wow, what a sell-off. Now I'm looking at the daily, coming up to a somewhat decent area around 680. Or no, wait, not. Yeah, 680. I just drew it on there and see where it's at. Oh wait, it didn't go on all the... Oh, wow. That setting like always resets for some reason. And it's actually like 694. That play happened a little too fast. Not sure I would have wanted to take it anyway because it was right into that previous resistance. What's up, ATech? Scalping shorts all morning, 705 point for shorts. Nice, man. Yeah, we're heading down there. Definitely weak right now. That's for sure. I can't take this. It's too far away. The play would have been on the bounce there. This is the first time it feels like we might actually reverse, though. So annoyed with that fill. I mean, it's not bothering me anymore. I mean, obviously I'm thinking about it, but it's not bothering me to the point where it's going to affect my trading. It's just annoying because we should be 3 for 3. Three green candles. It's first time today. If it rejects here, I might actually look for a short. Wow. Okay. Remember, these are lines off the hourly, so you can see how it tried to respect it, tried to use it as support, then use it as resistance, but that time it just said, we're just going to go right through it. DXY. I don't know what DXY is. That one. Oh, wow. There we go. There also was news at 9:45 and 10, so I don't know if that had anything to do with any of this. DXY index is the... Oh, it's the dollar. Should have known that. I'm still learning all the different indexes. Like this idea if it doesn't go higher. If it goes higher, then okay. It's too much higher. I don't like it. A little too far away. I feel like it's already too far away, but we'll see. Zishan, good morning. Now if this tries higher again, I'm gonna move this. Of course it did not. Now if it tries higher, I'm just probably going to cancel altogether. And here we go. See if we get the shove through. It's going to do that one extra little shove just to get us in and then pop back up. That's what it like it did last week. But this is exactly why I put my order a little bit lower or higher, depending on where it's at, to avoid these fake outs. Call them the for science trades. Usually if you get the follow through, you're going to get the follow through, but a lot of times you get these fake outs. So in this case, putting our order where we did actually saved us. But now if we come down without going higher, we should in theory get the follow through. Just hanging out. So I moved my stop to there instead of up here because if we try to go lower and fake out, the odds are we're gonna blast right through there. So that's my thought process here. There we go. That's all I'm looking for. And had I got the right fill over here on that exact type of move, we'd be 4 for 4 right now. Yes, I'm still frustrated. There was news at 9:45 and at 10 o'clock, but I don't think neither of them had any kind of impact. I think everything you're seeing is pretty organic. The only news I got for you is we had a really bad fill right here, and it actually ended up costing us because our take profit would have been hit. All right, now we're sitting at the middle, so I got no plays here until we pick a direction. Oh, it's gonna be so frustrating. Could be up 300 bucks right now, but with a bad fill, we're actually down 20 after commissions. All we can do is complain, right? That's all we could do. All right, while the market's doing this, I will be right back. So how many of you are waiting for the 90% off? Yeah, it's 80% off right now until the night of the 4th. So you got 2.5 days basically. Still not gonna buy it until, yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna, if we get the 90% off, I'm gonna grab 2 or 3 more, but ideally it would be nice to get a payout first, obviously. I'm gonna at least get 1 more to try the other strategy. I'll probably get 2 more. 1 for the opening strategy and then another one to just mess around with in times like this, just to kind of stay active. But then when I see the obvious setup for this, I would obviously use this account. Right, and I don't want to mix strategies on one account, because then it would be annoying to blow an account that I work so hard for, like this one. Like, I'm doing so good on this one, and I really, really, really like the way that I'm trading this. I wouldn't want to risk blowing this account up trying to do another strategy. And now it's boring. Yeah, I think I would get 3 accounts. One for the opening trade, one to stay active, trading like I was, where I scale in just for fun, and then another one for science trades. $16,700. Let me go to 16,660s. It would be interesting if we did not test this daily level, because it was a pretty good level on the daily now that I'm looking at it. Break retest working really well. Off the trend and decided to join the trend. Nice, good job. When we get these big bounces like this, you never know what they're going to do after that, especially with the way the market's been the last couple months. The Apex one account is 50K and the other is 300K. This one I'm taking seriously, but 50K is for science trade. Nice. I still don't think you're taking the science trades the way that I would take the science trades, though. I don't know that for sure, but just a hunch. Because sometimes you say you took it for science trade, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You'll also, Zishan, you'll have to keep me updated on how your buddies are doing. Are they all like people that have traded prior? Or is this kind of like, hey, welcome to futures, good luck? He's more of a mad scientist. That's good, I like that. That was actually good. That was a good one. Good job. Good job, Froggo. Good job. Here goes Dave with his TikToks. Let's see what we got. it's a guy flying a drone and he's following around homeless people. Come on, man. Fucked. Oh my god. I literally responded, that's so fucked. Like, ugh. I was hoping to have one more good trade to at least get green on the day. It's so frustrating. They traded stocks before and blew 2 accounts. I told them to use prop firms instead of their own money. I mean, it's not a horrible idea. Hopefully the accounts weren't too big. A, B, C. See what I'm putting out there? Is there like a free draw? Line arrow? What is this? Oh, look at that. A. So I gotta do it again. Arrow, where'd you go? B. C. Where's the one where I can, that's not what I want. 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 I don't know what any of this means. I got Elliott waves triangles? What is it? The heck is this? What do you... I don't understand. Isn't that supposed to be some kind of like, what is it, Andrew's pitchfork? Oh! What the? Price channel? This one's actually kind of cool. I like the price channel. Because you draw a trend line and then it gives you a channel. Oh, you draw the outside of the line. I thought you drew the middle. So like if you see an obvious channel forming, you just draw the bottom like this. Yeah, I go like that. I actually do like that one. That's pretty cool. Get rid of these arrows. $5K? That's not too bad. I mean, it still sucks, but... Oh, we reject... Look, I'm telling you, man. So this... Again, this line was off the hourly, and it's been there since... When did I draw this? This specific line, 758. We're all the way down here. That's the line from the very bottom of that huge down move back on December 20th. And look at how well it's respected it, minus this chop here. I mean, it tried, right? It tried to bounce here, then rejected through it, and then we had chop up and down. They were basically fighting over this line. Came down through it, retested it, failed, retested it again, failed. Over here, tried to come down to it, support, failed through it, came up, used it as resistance. Even here, when it went through, it tried to come back down through, but used it as support. There's definitely, it's crazy. I mean, it's an hourly line from December 20th. But it's such an obvious one, right? So everyone can see it. And if you extend it left, you can see it was used as support multiple times, even over here, like on December 15th. Yeah, December 15th. Alpine. Oh, the price channel? Yeah, he does. Pay out before your birthday next month on the 27th. 27, baby. I like it. I was hoping we went lower there. 27th is my birthday, but September. February 27th, you could definitely get a payout by then, for sure. Just curious what a for science trade would have looked like here. Yeah, it definitely would have got filled. That's a lot of risk, though. I mean, your only risk off point is this daily level all the way down here. I don't know if I would like that. kind of why I was hoping for more of a move. Ryan. $16.40 looking for 10s. Nice, man. You're already there. I think you meant $7.40, right? Yeah, but either way, you're good. Crap. I was trying to move my stop loss, but it killed me. So it like disappeared. Oh. Oof. I was about to hit it there if it tried to go. Damn. Gotta be kidding me. I am getting so unlucky today. Brutal. Yeah, I feel like that was a bad trade. I should have put it above that second candle, not the first one. See if we get lucky here. Push up through, push up through. Not looking good. I think this one was my own fault. Looks like we would have got faked out even if we put it right there, had we got filled. Yeah, it's not looking good. A lot of selling pressure. So at one pop, come up and retest that area. That's all we were looking for. That's the idea anyway. Might get caught. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I don't care what you do after you retest. Just retest. Sure doesn't feel like it wants to. Damn it. We might have to take a walk here, man. We're just not getting anything going today. Yeah, this feels like it's gonna go lower. It's gonna fall over. Feels like it really wants to go test that daily low there. I can't get anything going, man. Oh yeah, I gotta change that 71% thing. Yeah, I guess I'll change it. Because I don't know what it's gonna be after. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. I mean, I feel like I see the chart fine. It's just we're not getting the usual pushes that like back the other direction that we typically get. Like I'm not looking for that many ticks, and we're just getting faked out a lot. I think that's more so what's happening. It is like if you're so used to looking at the market one way, that's actually, if you remember GDT back in the day, we used to try to figure out a way to do that. You can actually do it on Thinkorswim, but we tried to figure out a way to do it on DOS, and you could never do it. At least we never found a way to do it. This will be my last trade for a while. If this, see what happens here. If we get faked out again here, then so be it. Going for a little bit of a larger trade here, just assuming we'll get a bigger move to the upside if we do reverse. But if it fakes out and goes lower and gets below that daily line, then I don't want nothing to do with it. And we're just going to, I think, lick our wounds and move on. Jesus. Yikes. I came right back down, huh? Well, I got my take profit and stop in. I really got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, I was just looking for this daily level to hold. And it was obviously trying to show support here, so that was just my thought process. Maybe come back up and get that retest that I was looking for the first time. But I've been wrong plenty of times before. I'll be wrong again on this one. It's gonna suck, but that's what it is. It does feel like buyers are stepping in there a little bit, but if it does get through there, then it's toast. Here, you want to see it get through there? Watch this. Oh, I didn't even have to do it. I just had to think about doing it. Oh. I was thinking about adding a contract, but we'll let it go. Might add one with the intention of cutting it if it gets below this current candle. Unless it just goes up now. Yeah. Just let it play out. Feels like it wants to try to curl up, so we'll see. It's never easy. Nice. Okay. So our plan worked for once. That was nice. Pretty decent win there. Just looking for the retest of this area that it used the support twice. Nice, Ishan. Nice. I really thought about adding a contract, but I felt like it was emotional in the moment, so that was why I didn't. I felt like I was only doing it because of emotional reasons, not because of the actual trade idea. Well, we're headed back down.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it
I know most of you probably won't care, but oh, well, I'll hold that thought. Yeah, I knew that you could look at it inversely on the Dennis, by the way. I knew that you could look at it inversely on Thinkorswim, but we were always trying to find a way to look at it on the DOS Trader. Yeah, just putting the negative sign in front of it on Thinkorswim always worked. But trying to find a way to do it on DOS Trader was always what we were trying to do, because we were very short bias traders, so we were looking for a way to look at longs the same way that we were looking at shorts, because it was hard for us to see it the same way when it was going the opposite way. But we could never figure it out. And then I think I reached out to DOS and they said it wasn't possible. Really don't think this is a good trade, just based off of how it's been acting. Not even gonna get a chance to put it in. And of course it would have worked instantly. Damn it. I mean, that's the trade we're looking for, but kind of a bigger candle at a key area. But it would have worked. But also near the middle line. I shouldn't have been taking that trade anyway, so it doesn't. GDT, you still here? You see Richard Sherman still talking crap about the MVP? Like, come on, man. Like, if he is not the one that's going to get it at this point, Who's going to get it? He keeps saying CMC, but come on, man. Look at the hourly, even the 5 minute. Just brutal. It's definitely trying to base here, but let's see. If it gets through here on the daily, I see nothing until, what is this? 227. I don't see anything. I'm gonna disagree, and I'm not being biased because he's a Raven, etc. But CMC does impact games, but not on every single play. Like, what more do you want from Lamar on any given play? Like, if you actually watch the games, the Ravens games, the stuff that he makes out of nothing is absolutely insane. The amount of times that he ends up with a positive play himself, a throw, anything, where he should not have had anything. It's disgusting. And I'm saying that if he was a 49er or some, a Miami Dolphin, I don't care who he is. Like, it's just, if you watch the games and the impact that he specifically has on the games, like, I don't see how, and that's the thing, is his stats don't back it up as much as some of these other people. But then you look at someone like CMC and you're like, oh, look how many touchdowns he has. Well, how many of those touchdowns were 1 yarders or 2 yarders or 3 yarders that were based off of big plays that someone else made right before that? So there's a lot of running backs that get a lot of touchdowns that they didn't earn. Like, they earned it by scoring on that last play, but they're not the ones that got the ball to that point. Where Lamar, like, he's literally, and it makes sense that it's geared towards QBs because they're part of every play. They're the ones that make an impact every play. I mean, believe it or not, even they still have to hand the ball off to the running back, right? Like, it's not as easy. I mean, how many fumbles do you see a year in the NFL handing the ball off to running backs? It shouldn't happen, but it does. Like, it's not just here you go, here's the ball. Like, the running back is counting on the quarterback to put that ball in the exact right spot, because the running back not once is looking at that ball while he's running forward. He's looking at the hole forming, the hole not forming. Like, he's looking ahead. He is not looking where that ball is. He's literally going like this to collect the ball as it's put where it's supposed to be. He's not looking at the ball, making sure you put it where it's supposed to be. Like, he's expecting that ball to be put right where it needs to be. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't disagree that CMC deserves praise, but I don't think he's had more of an impact on a team's ability to win this season more so than Lamar. Because, I mean, if you really want to look at the 49ers, you got CMC, you have Purdy, who everyone was saying was the MVP until 2 weeks ago when Lamar went in there and destroyed him. Same with CMC. It was almost like they were saying CMC or Purdy, like who deserves it. But then the 49ers got annihilated on primetime on Christmas by the Ravens and Lamar. So it's like, all right, well, now that didn't look so good. But then if we go back to the 49ers, you got Debo, you got who's the other wide receiver they got? You have Kittle. You have Kittle as well. Like, you have so many weapons on San Francisco that were playing a part in every game. Where I'm not saying that's not necessarily the case with Baltimore, but Lamar was part of why every one of those other players were getting the ball. Where with Purdy, it was just those guys. It was like you just feed Debo a screen, or Kittle slant across the middle. Like, it's always the same stuff with them. Or CMC, just hand him the ball, right? It's like Purdy got a lot of stats from Yak, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I'm putting it. I do agree, Jason. I do agree. So Dak, I agree, and that's why Dak's number 2 right now. If you look, Dak is, I think, number 2 in the odds to win right now because he has that same impact that Lamar does. And again, that's coming from a non-biased standpoint. But Lamar just, I think, when you look at it from that, when you are looking at it from that specific point of view, I think Lamar has a bigger impact than Dak does right now. Well, that's what they're saying. They're trying to switch. A lot of the commentators of everything are trying to say it should be most valuable quarterback and then like most valuable position player. Like they should almost split it into two. Flip a throw 75 yards, dude. That was amazing. He literally dropped back left, like normally as a right-handed quarterback, you drop back. He literally dropped back like this, and like did a little having, what's the boxing term? Oh, southpaw. He did a little southpaw action there. I saw this play from a big term perspective, like taking it over here, looking for it to come up and break this area, but I'm not in the business of that right now. We're one-ish trade again from break even, if we can find one. The Heisman, yeah, the Heisman's the same thing. But I will say in college, you can definitely see, like when Tyreek, everyone was saying Tyreek was part of the show until this past week. Like if Tyreek goes out there and puts up 250 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns, he should have had 2 touchdowns, but he didn't have the yards. But if he goes out and puts out 250 yards and 3 touchdowns, everyone's talking Tyreek and Tua, right? So it really came down to these last 2 weeks. Again, I agree with CMC being an absolute beast. Like when you watch the games and the impact that these players have, out of all the 49ers that they're like, if you're talking about between Purdy and McCaffrey, I'm going with CMC all day, because the way that dude plays with the intensity, the way that he literally puts his body on the line every single time he touches that ball, it's amazing to watch. It's absolutely amazing. Like I love watching the 49ers games because of CMC. Like just watching him run, it's amazing. But again, I do think that we just need to have 2 awards. Have a best QB and then have a best position player, because you can't say that CMC has had more of an impact than Lamar has. And then you can even bring Josh Allen into the mix, because without Josh Allen, who are the Bills? Who are the Bills without Josh Allen? Who are the Ravens without Lamar? The 49ers could tick on without CMC. Could they not? You still got Purdy. You still got Debo. You still got Kittle. You still got all these people. Without Lamar on the Ravens, we've proven that they're not as good. Without Allen on the Bills, hasn't been proven yet because I don't think he's been hurt for a long time. But they're not going to be the same team without Allen. It's just how it is. CMC will 100% get Offensive Player of the Year. I don't see how he doesn't. Michael Vick never won MVP because he was doing something that nobody understood. That's my take on it. If Michael Vick put up those same stats nowadays, I think he definitely would have been MVP a few times. But you had Peyton Manning, you had Tom Brady, you had wasn't Steve Young still playing when he was playing? Like you had so many other big names back then that were playing quarterback football, and I put that in quotes because back then a running quarterback wasn't a thing. Yeah, I mean Brady himself. I mean that dude was just insane. I mean look Brady's gone, and look at how the Patriots have been doing. Again, like to me, that's what MVP stands for. Most valuable player. If you took a player away from a team, what kind of value, what kind of impact does that make on the team overall? Like that's how I look at it personally. I'm not looking at stats. I'm not looking at any of that. And that's why this, like the Richard Sherman debate, I don't understand that at all, because he's coming at it from a pure stats point. Like, it's not about stats. There's a guy that could go out there, throw for 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns, but they're all junk, right? End of the game, he throws for 250 yards, but they're losing by 14 plus points a game, but he has 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns with 20 interceptions. You're going to tell me just because he has 60 touchdowns and 6,000 yards, he deserves MVP when his team went 2-15? Fuck out of here. It's just not how it works. That person is not a valuable player. If he was a valuable player, he would be up going into the fourth quarter every game this year. Putting your team in a position where I think it was what was the stat? It was like going into the last 2 minutes of the game, the Ravens have been up, I think 15 game or 14 games. I don't know. I don't remember the stat, but I remember hearing it, and that's insane. If you're winning going into the last 2 minutes of every game, you're probably in a pretty good position, let alone by multiple scores. Goes to Kyle Hamilton. I mean, they do. I mean, that's why they have Defensive Player of the Year and stuff like that. But even so, I mean, that stuff's hard to win. There's a lot of good players. Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's 100%. That's why it's a team sport. Go down to 17. Oof. I think Wrongbow just signed off. That's all. Hey, it just goes to show our true viewer count. At least they all, I don't know where the likes came from, but at least the likes came. And there was a lot more views today too, so I don't know what that's all about. Maybe Wrongbow had a tough morning. I just think it's funny that I really, really, really feel that he's probably he's probably there. He's just waiting for that one bad day, and it was almost today. Had we taken a pretty decent loss on that last trade, we would have been down like $500-600, and he would have been like, "Here we go." Isn't that what he used to say? Here we go. But I would have been done for the day. I would have had to cut it off. I don't have like a max loss per day on the account, but in my head, it's definitely like $500-600 because I should not be losing. My win rate has been like 75-80%. So if I'm losing over 50% of my trades any given day, I need to just call it quits. No, I don't think he's the one that says scam. I think that's something completely separate. I think that's just some of the other firms throwing some contracts out there to go find live streams, to call it people that are streaming Apex stuff. That's my thoughts on that. Yeah, tax season. Yeah, can't wait. Oh, what I was going to say earlier was me and the wife, we decided that I'm going to go get him. I just put him outside. This Saturday, we're putting our oldest doggo down. He's really starting to fall off a cliff. And we took him to the vet last week, and apparently got a lot of more stuff wrong with him. He's 16 and a half. We were hoping he'd make it to 17, which would have been in June, but yeah, we made the conscious decision to do what we got to do, and kind of sad. So if you do see me acting a little bit different, maybe at the end of the week into the beginning of next week, that might be why. But I did get a lot of my crying out when we decided on it, and we've been putting it off for a while now. We were just kind of hoping that he was all right, because he's deaf, but other than that, he has a little trouble walking. But besides that, he was completely healthy until we took him to the vet this past time, and because of his back leg starting to give out, he like started, his spine started to kind of like curve a little, and it actually started to cut off like his bladder and like his intestines and stuff. So he's actually like fully backed up with poop, and his bladder, like he can't even control when he goes to the bathroom. So he's been peeing and pooping in the house. We bought him like this thing that collects the pee and the poop. Like it's like a bed, but it has that liner underneath. So, but it's starting to become a bit much. Like where he literally will try to walk just from the water bowl back into my office, and he just starts peeing because he can't control it anymore. And it's sad. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Justin. It sucks. It really does. We're gonna finish at all-time highs today, by the way. But yeah, 16 is long. He's a pug too, so their life expectancy is like usually 13. So the fact that he made it this far is pretty impressive. We had another pug, but she started having major issues like diabetes and all kind of crap went wrong with her. But she made it to, I think it was 12, almost 13, or maybe it was 11, almost 12. We had to put her down too, but hers, it was a little bit more obvious. With Rags, our oldest, he's just, it sucks because you can see that he's still him. Let me go get him while I cry.
Hi. Say hi to everybody.
His tongue has literally been sticking out like this his entire life. It's kind of how everybody knows him at this point. You still got the dog with his tongue that sticks out? When he was young, he looked just like the pug from Men in Black. Everyone used to call him the pug from Men in Black. He's 16 years, is a long time. And yeah, we're talking, we have another dog. Tucker. This is Tucker. And no, we didn't call him Tucker because of Justin Tucker from the Ravens, but it did just kind of work out that way. Just like my son's not named Camden because of the Orioles. Tucker is a Bordoodle. He's a Border Collie Poodle mix. And yeah, we've been talking about what we're gonna do after Rags, but we decided to just try to get through with him first what we're gonna do and whatnot. So what coincidence. It's actually funny because I remember when we were picking out names for our boys that I really liked the name Camden. Like we were looking through those sheets of names and stuff, and I saw Camden on there, and I was like, oh, I like that name. And it was funny because like first thought was like, I like that name, not Camden Yards. Like that was but it just so happens that it is Camden Yards, so maybe that's why I like the name subconsciously. But then we came down to, it was like Camden, Bryce, and I can't remember the other name. I don't remember the other name. We had 3 names for each, and then we ended up like over time just letting them sink in. And Braden is what we decided with the first one, and then I can't remember. Then we had 3 totally different names with Camden, but it was just what we ended up liking the most. Now with Tucker, it was actually funny because same sort of scenario. We were kind of going through names, and it was on one of the lists. And I don't know if it was subconsciously, but so how we always name our dogs is we'll put them in the middle of a room, and whoever's around will just start not yelling names, but we'll start saying names, and whichever one that we think they react to, we'll start saying it more. And if they react and keep reacting, that's the name that they get. And that was actually how we named Rags, because Rags was actually my old nickname from playing poker back in the day, because I was fairly aggressive playing poker, and I would play a lot of rags, which were shit hands. And that was just the name that he reacted to when we got him. So like we're like sitting in a circle yelling names, and rags was what he responded to. And same with our other pug, Subi. I just randomly started saying Subi because we had a Subaru at the time, and that was what she reacted to. So it was and that was kind of what we did with Tucker, and it was what worked. So it is a coincidence, sure, but I can only tell you what really happened. Whether you believe me or not, it's completely up to you. Justin, did you see the I forget the guy's name. The guy that takes his shirt off and does the Ravens chant? Like how he got all pissed off at the Ravens fans? Name the next dog NQ. It's actually not a bad idea, but I don't think that would fly with the wife. He'll accidentally be named Jackson. I'll just go straight Lamar. I won't even go Jackson. Hell yeah, Dennis. Good stuff, man. It's starting to slow down quite a bit. I really don't want to... No, we're way too close to the middle line. Might just end up with a red day here. We shall see. Anybody else got a laundry list of things to do today? So much stuff to do. I really don't want to do it. Kind of forming an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah. I actually kind of noticed that myself. I don't really trade that kind of stuff though, so I don't really mention it out loud too much. And today, I mean, it's already quarter, maybe a little 30-ish% of the way back up. I mean, granted, the bigger move is way up here where it opened around 17,000. 880 is a pretty key level if it somehow gets back up there. Yeah, the old W. Yeah, that's a pretty deformed W, but unless you're talking about this guy. But on the 5-minute, it's more of a sideways or diagonal W. Yep, yeah, I would agree with you there, Jason. If you can pull back and stay above here, I think that's what you're looking for. Support, support, resistance, support, resistance again. There is the key levels right there around 720. If it pulls back, I think that's what you're looking for it to hold. If it holds up even here, that's even better, right? Support, support, resistance, and it hasn't even tested it again. I think those are your two key lines that you're looking for. But if you break below those, then might be looking for an even bigger sell-off. But there was, I mean, we're right at that. This was the last daily line or hourly line, which I guess you could say it was on the daily too. So where we're at right here is a pretty key level. Kind of makes me want to. Makes me want to lose money. That's what it makes me want to do. I feel like I wasn't really looking for much there. Go. Oh, right to it. You're gonna do me dirty, huh? It's gonna do me dirty. There we go. What's that? I forgot that was the actual the big line, and look at how many times it already rejected it, went through and faked it out. I feel like that could have easily have been one I tried to hold on to longer. Yeah, look at this. Failed twice after trying to get up through it. Pretty obvious short there. A lot of people would start a short where I got out, but it's okay. A little anticipation there, a little bit closer to break even. think right here is where you'd be looking for that 734 if I was short still. Faked out. Pretty strong move back up here. Right into that same area though. Let's try to break higher. Such an obvious spot though. Such a fake out. Let's get green on the day. Just on the bottom of that. That's if it breaks out. Might not even. It's having real trouble. I think either way, this might be our last trade. It feels like it's got fake out written all over it. It's way too slow for me. I think we're going to be done. I'm looking for the jolts. And I'm not looking for this crappy price action. I don't think we would have got filled there. I think we were a smidge higher. Pretty close, actually. I don't know if we would have got filled or not. But I'm not looking for this slow price out, of course. Of course, it would have worked right away. I don't know. But it's okay. I'm not looking for that type of price. It was way too slow. I felt like it was going to react a lot more when it got close, which it kind of is now, but we'll actually see if it gives us a chance to short here. Of course, it would have worked. Just how it is. It just felt like it could fake out so hard there. Like it was going to try to go higher, go a few ticks higher like it did, and then just fake out. But I was wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this at the moment. 80.85 is the only short I'm interested in. Yeah, I took it off. I like the trade idea, but that's not the trades that I'm looking for. Going long when it's not down towards the lows, I get that. That wasn't a trade idea that I should be taking. Right back. Crazy, we're just basically straight up now. Moving higher. Just staying right in that stop willing it higher. I'm not, man. I'm not. I was actually looking for it to kind of fall over. I'll give you $1 if I make money for you to stop willing it higher. I'm not trying to will it higher. If anything, I think we're due for the big correction that it's attempting to make. I've been saying that since the end of November, though, so I've been very wrong on that front. All right, go higher. Oh, it's going lower. Go higher. Go lower. Go higher. Go lower. Go higher. Go lower. Go higher. Higher. No, it listened that time. See, I'm secretly doing the upward shit. No, not at all. I mean, this feels like it wants to try to fall over if it can break through that line again. We're out of this channel. It's like a game. No, who's got witchcraft is that guy from uh the card magician guy, Jason, that I showed you guys. That's witchcraft. I don't understand how he does the stuff he does, man. It makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Higher. Go higher. Go higher. Go higher. I'm probably going to get out of here soon because I have to still edit all those trades real quick. And then I have to run the Sams. Oh, I got so much stuff to do. Maybe I'll tell the wife we can all run the Sams together later. Yeah, let me ask her, see if that's a good idea. Because then maybe they could eat dinner there, hot dog and pizza. I'm assuming they're not going to give them a crap ton of homework right away. I wouldn't think they would. First day back, you think they would? I don't think they would. I'm a rainbow. Now I'm just really bright. Oh, crap. A one? What's this crap? Oh, 20 seconds. Same. It's wherever it spawns. Maybe. The Roblox game with my son. I was just checking it real quick. I'm gonna go check his. I'm gonna come back, see what the market's doing. If it's not doing anything, I'm probably gonna jump out of here. But this is looking like it wants to be a short. At least to come down and try this level again. It's in a little sideways channel here for now. It's debating on which way to go. And we went higher. No dollar for me. Yeah, I wanted to short it and it rocketed up. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Give me $1 from the register. Yo, what's up, Knives? How are you today? Yeah, pretty frustrating day, if I must say so myself. Could have been worse, though, I guess. Well, definitely could have been worse. Nice. Yeah, I should have been 4-0 to begin the day. But we took a loss here on a bad fill. Had we got the right fill? Because, like, if we scroll in, I usually put my orders right above pretty much the previous candle, which I did. I had it, like, right here where the line is. But look where I got filled. My take profit was pretty much where I got filled. It was, like, 2 ticks above where I got filled initially. But because I got filled on slippage, my take profit ended up being somewhere up here. And we ended up not getting that. So a little frustrating because then we won the next 2, won that first one. They were solid trades. Then we got mixed up in here after this decent little drop. And yeah, took another loss here, which this one was probably, I actually didn't mind this trade, but it probably shouldn't have been in it. But then we ended up with a pretty nice green trade based off of a pretty solid line off the hourly. We moved it up based pretty much just was trying to make this a 1-to-1 type trade, just looking for this eventually to make a reversal type move off of this big down move, which we got. And pretty good move there because then it ended up coming down, making a new low, and now we've been going up since. They swept it. That's what I like to call it. The old sweep and go. Sweep under the lows and off we go. So yeah, talked about it going higher and now we're going. Now we're going lower. Take a look at something quick while it's going. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll be here tomorrow morning, same time, same place, all that good stuff. And stay safe. Probably done trading today. I don't see myself trading anymore. We ended up down around 45.82, not around exactly 45.82 after commissions, $10 before commissions. If you are looking to add any accounts, got 80% off going on until the 4th, which is, I'm assuming Thursday. Yep, Thursday. So Thursday night at midnight Eastern, you have 80% until then. I'm assuming they're trying to sneak in as many as they can before they jump to maybe a 90% to start off the new year. I don't know. We'll see. But Deshaun went short to stop me off for 190. Ooh. You didn't use high day as your stop? I don't know. Was it a for science trade or a real trade? Either way, we can talk about it in the Discord. I'm going to get off here. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.